And welcome back. It's the 10th of December. We've got our advent calendar full of mystery magic booster packs. So, let's see what is behind door number 10. All the way down here. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Oh my goodness, it's... Oh... Battle for Zendikar. Okay. So we're going, oh man, when was it? 2015? This was just the beginning of the new set model, after they got rid of the idea of blocks. I remember Battle for Zendikar was a bit of a slog as far as limited goes. And yeah, Mark Rosewater even said later that a lot of people weren't as happy with it, but you know, we've got some stuff in here. We also have the dream of whether or not there might be an expedition in here. But even beside that, Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, certainly would be a welcome addition if we could find that. Outside of, looking for the big giant spaghetti monster, I'm not sure what else really is going to be of value, but let's have a look and see what we've got. So, we've had Zendikar Rising already in one of the earlier packs. It'll be interesting to see how it compares to this, or how this compares, rather. Oh, this pack is tight. Yeah, well, just a little bit of unwrapping ASMR once again. There we go. And here we start. We begin with Altar's Reap, 1 in a black instant. As an additional cost to cast it, sacrifice a creature to draw 2 cards. Just a classic sacrifice draw. It works out. I've seen this still played a couple of places, just with different cards using the same template, so not bad. Plummet, 1 in a green, destroy target creature with flying at instant speed. It's a classic, just a little bit of that flying hate in green. Coralhelm Guide, first ally we've spotted in the set, 1 in the blue for a Merfolk Scout ally. 4 in a blue, target creature can't be blocked this turn. People were definitely not as happy, I think, with the allies this time around compared to, original Zendikar. It's a bit of a shame, but hey, let's see if we've got anyone who can help out in the deck here. Myers Malice, 3 and a black, target opponent discards 2 cards, but also one of the set mechanics, Awaken, where you can pay instead 5 and a black, and if you do, you turn one of your lands into an elemental creature, a 0/0, and put a certain number of +1 counters on it. I'm trying to come up with an idea for a commander deck that's based around just, fight with your lands. But I don't think this is going to be a card that shows up in it. Let's see. And our first of the Eldrazi creatures in this set, Nettledrone, 2 in a red for a free 1, with the other ability that was kind of given to the Eldrazi here, Devoid, where this card has no color. So, yeah, this set, this was a kind of, it didn't feel like Devoid really did anything. I mean, it was flavorful, so you didn't end up with a lot of the Eldrazi that ended up in the Rise of Eldrazi set that were just randomly green or black or red. It was a little bit disappointing. I suppose you could say underwhelming goes for a lot of Battle for Zendikar stuff, sadly. But I've played this card in drafts. I've done the things where I've had it untapping multiple times a turn. Just pinging someone bit by bit is definitely not the way they envisioned themselves losing in an Eldrazi set. Cliffside Lookout. 1 mana for a Core Scout ally, who's again got 4 and a white for an activate ability. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. It's common, so, you know, an ability like this. Here. Stone Fury. 3 red for an instant. Deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. I mean, at this point, when you're playing this, you're probably doing 5 damage to instant speed. You can top more. It still feels a little bit of a high one, though. Smite the Monstrous. 3 and a white for instant. Destroy target creature power 4 or greater. Yeah, we've seen our Vanquishes and other cards like it. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh, proper colorless Eldrazi here. Kozilek's Channeler. 5 mana for a 4/4. Add 2 to your mana pool. And this is, you know, exactly just before you saw colorless as a symbol, when that confused everyone in Ophidy Gatewatch. Just looking at that there. Touch of the Void. 2 and a red. Devoid, again, it's not just the creatures, it's all of the spells are colorless for the Eldrazi. It deals 3 damage to target creature or player. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile instead. Some people forgot about the player part of this card. Going to the Dome could be pretty decent. Angel of Renewal. 5 and a white. Gets you a 4/4 flying angel ally. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. Believe it or not, this was some people's top end for their decks. Pilgrim's Eye. Reprint, classic. 3 mana for an artifact creature Thopter. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic. Put it into your hand. Yeah, I played this plenty as well. I even remember many a commander deck that relied on this as well. We have the Royal Spout, another Awaken spell here. 1 white, blue for a sorcery, put target creature on top of its owner's library. But if you pay 4 white, blue, you get to Awaken for 4. You get to turn a land into a 4/4. The unfortunate thing I think I remember most people forgetting when they paid Awaken was it does not untap your land. So people who've just got 6 lands would play this, awaken their creature, but it comes in tapped. It's not a great feeling when you leave yourself wide open at that one. Now, rare, Beastcaller Savant. 1 and a green for an Elf Shaman ally who's a 1/1 haste. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Yeah, this was in the time when Wizards decided that they wanted to nerf mana dorks a bit. So, you know, 1/1 for 2 mana to get a mana dork you can only use on spells. I don't know if the haste was ever the relevant part of this card, but considering Kaladesh only a set or 2 later had 2 mana for a 1/3 and you could use the mana for anything, yeah, this is not a card who has aged gracefully, sadly, I think. Behind here, I think we've got our full art land, because Zendikar. And yes, these were a definite welcome return. This was again before full art lands were as prevalent as they are currently, but there was something that was just really nice in scale and grand about these kind of lands. They were definitely treated specially here. And I've got to love it. It's never Zendikar without some Hedrons in the picture. That's it. And here we have a core ally token. So, no expedition, sadly. But hey. As always, it's nice just walking down memory road and remembering some of those earlier days of Magic. Well, that's all for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.